Uh, Speaking about free games, let's jump right into our broken review for the
Oh yeah,
show of World of Fishing, the
World of
free-to-play
Fishing.
fishing simulator arcade uh, from developer Masangasoft, published by Incel Games. World of Fishing is a unique mix of fishing games and a full-fledged MMO featuring character development, exciting quests, and an addicting hunt for rare fish. Starting out with a small boat and basic equipment, players work their way up and catch the huge fish like the tunas and the sharks. What were you guys'
Well,
expectations going into World of Fishing?
I'll take note. You said full-fledged MMO. I kind of expected a true MMO with some nice, maybe a little actual player interaction, and maybe some emotes, maybe a single server, with just some nice casual fishing going on in the background.
I
Monica?
expected something akin to like old box Microsoft games that you could go buy at like Barnes and Noble, and it was like PGA Tour, and you just saw hands and like would swing a club, and it was shit. That's what
Yeah.
I expected.
People bought
Except
games at
instead of
Barnes and
swinging a
Nobles.
club, you'd swing your fishing pole, and it'd be shit. And that's what I felt as though I was going to be jumping into.
Yeah, like I know it said like arcade style, and I guess I kind of glossed over that part in my head, and it's just fishing. So I thought like I was gonna actually get in there and like really be an angler, kind of calm and like be one with the fish in the waters, and like forget about where I was, like bond with the like digital lakes, you know. Uh, and I don't know if it lived up to that, but let's start about the things that we kind of liked about the game.
Okay, I did like how bad it was.
Like, it was so bad it was good.
I'm not gonna lie. It's free to play, right? So it's not like I invested $50 into a game and I'm like, oh, I've been scammed. I can't really complain. So since it is free and you can put money into it if you so choose, as a free to play game, it's actually plenty to do in the free realm. But it was awful. So I'm having a really hard time saying what I liked and didn't like about it, because the things that I liked about it were the things that should have been better. For instance, the music, I felt like I was in the A team. I was just expecting my shitty boat to like fly off ramps and stuff, tackle the other peaceful fishermen. I loved the sound effects. I'm gonna try my best to do the sound effect of when you catch a fish.
Ooh.
That is pretty much what the fish sounds like when you've caught it, and it is the only noise playing in the game because they hold the fish up and it's just. So the sound effects were spot on for all the wrong reasons. Beyond music and sound effects, I did
Jesus.
love that that there's no one fucking playing this game. So,
Like for real.
so if you guys, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna play more of this, and if anyone wants to join me, all you have to do is go to
break
the
their
only
servers.
server that
We're gonna
has
break it.
anyone on it, and I will be there, and we can play together. And so
You'll know
it's
who
really
Monica
easy.
is. She'll be the only one there.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
easiest
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So those are the things I liked. I liked the music. I loved the sound effects. Fantastic sound effects. And I loved that there are probably only 15 people that play this regularly, and I could harass them every day until they stop playing, and then no one will be playing the game.
Yes. What about you, Josh? What'd you like about this game?
Man, it's hard to follow up that. Jesus. But I
was
like
fun.
the
It was
I
fun.
liked the arcade simplicity of the gameplay.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
and the fact that you really didn't have to go and invest a lot to get fairly far in this game. Every weekend they have like this GM event to where you get like more than double XP, and you get extra like shells or whatever that you use in the economy. And So yeah, I like the simplicity of sort of building your character up and the overall gameplay, and the fact that you don't have to invest a lot of money into it if you don't want to, and just the very casual and just real calm. I mean, you can play this and just chill out. You know, maybe.
Can I interject really quickly?
Yeah,
Josh is like a professional at this point.
I know.
He actually leveled a lot. He wasn't sure because I jumped into the game and he was trying to talk to me because he thought it was me, but I was acting really dumb and just misspelling everything. And then he eventually kind of was like,
It's too good.
jumped off a little bit. Yeah. But he was a pro. I mean, like, I saw him catching this fish, and the serenity that I could see in his avatar's face was extreme. He was an old man, fulfilling a long loved hobby.
Did you have the old man avatar, Josh?
No, my dude was pretty young. A lot of them look the same. I don't know what kind of models. I guess they picked some like actual models, maybe some Asian models to develop their characters. Yeah, I'm just saying like some nice clothing models is what they use for some of these characters. Very beautiful faces. But obviously I like some fishing. You can tell by my outfit today. So it is just a fun, calm game for me to play in the background a little bit.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of going along with the same notes that you guys are speaking about. The game, like, it felt very light. It didn't take itself seriously. It's kind of knew who it was, and like, this is just going to be a light, arcadey, stupid game. You know, I don't think they developed that with in mind, but they're in that sphere of knowing that this isn't like a real fishing game. I like the idea of applying the MMO world to like a fishing environment. I don't, for one, it's like you said, no one's playing it. But I like the idea of like being able to have rings and gloves on your fish, like on your angler, I guess would be his name, and hats and stuff. Like, that's kind of cool, and it's kind of something I really haven't seen in an MMO environment. I think there was some potential there. They had a really nice idea to get going, and then it's just like, well, what do we do with this now? Like, I guess we're just gonna fish all day. So, like, speaking about like a lack of things in the game, what are some things that you guys disliked about this?
I guess one of the things that I disliked was just the UI in general. There's so much available, and the way that they so the actual intro is pretty good, and I'll get to that in a second. But they do walk you through the basics pretty well and thoroughly. And then after that, you're left alone, and there is a ton that they have added to this game over time. In fact, it was a little overwhelming, to the point where I was clicking through things trying to understand. They even have a thing where it's like videos, and I was thinking, oh, maybe these are videos of me fishing, and I am all about my fishing skills in this game, so I would like to watch myself catch the fish that I just caught. Again, that sounds great. Perfect. And then I click on it, and it just goes to their YouTube channel. So there's just a lot in there. Obviously free to play, so they're probably trying to get more people to go to their YouTube video, click on the videos, learn more about the game. So I'm not dissing them for that, but it was a little bit of a lot to deal with, I guess. Also in the tutorial, one thing I did not like in that tutorial, at first I was like, this old man that's trying to teach me to fish, he seems like pro. And, I think I'm going to learn a lot from him. And then all of a sudden, I caught my first fish, and he got really creepy. and he said, oh, good. Are you sure this is your first time? And I was like,
no.
What? You know what?
And that perfect, just cheesy voiceover. It was just so like they went on Fiverr.com and got some freaking dude.
And I was like, I trusted you. You were going to teach me how to
sure
fish.
this is
and
your
now
first
I like
time?
You've just been watching me from the back, sir. And I didn't like that. So that was something I didn't like about the game. UI, that element.
Right.
This is something I liked, though. I missed on this. But they tell you in the tutorial that you can use underwater cameras to look underwater. I loved that. So that should have been the other element. But I guess the other thing I didn't like was just that it is a little bit repetitive. You do get these achievements, you unlock things, but you don't necessarily feel like a winner, you know? I didn't feel like a winner. Maybe that's just a security issue on my own personal behalf, but I would like.
I'm not jumping in on that.
But yeah, I guess I would have liked to have experienced a little bit more in the realm of advancement.
Sure. What about you, Josh?
Man, it's not an MMO. It's got these. Pretty much you can create a server using the in-game currency and have up to like 8 players or something come join you and do your repetitive fishing quests. That's about it. It's not a true MMO. You can't leave the boat. There's no walking around. There's no like emotes. No one chats with each other. So to say it's world of fishing, this is like small room of fishing. Very large maps, but it's a small room of people that it definitely seems to have a dedicated community, but those people don't talk to you. And so it's a lot of just roaming
kind of like
around.
Phantasy Star Online, you know?
Yeah. I had some unique the way the rooms are in Phantasy Star Online, for sure. I've had some good MMO type social engagements in Phantasy Star though back in the day.
Yeah, sure.
But there's none of that here. There's no social engagement really. This is definitely sort of play on your own and maybe with some friends. There's competitive mode that I couldn't play simply because I couldn't recruit anyone to play with me.
You got no friends.
Right? It was like, what the hell? What is this? And then, to be a fairly recent release, this reminds me of like a 2004 Asian MMO that just the UI is stuck in 2003, 2004. The graphics are stuck in 2004. Like this is just overall is like someone ported an old game that didn't quite make it back then, and they were able to revamp the netcode and brought it to today. But I had fun though. I was really excited, as my attire should
you
display.
dressed up. You're wearing a beautiful tropical blue shirt.
Fishing shirt. No, it's a full-on fishing shirt. I got all my stuff attached to my pole.
Blue blockers.
Yeah.
Rocking it out.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm kind of the same. I think we're all hitting the same areas on dislikes, too. It's just, in terms of graphics, this felt like a Dreamcast game. The character models look like Dreamcast character models. Shading's very basic. The water was kind of cool, but I think it's very easy, or not easy, to make water look cool in games. Yeah,
easy.
It's just
cheap tricks.
Yeah, I always get really like nerded out by water in video games. I'm like, ooh, this is exciting. But like, why make this an MMO? Like, you got to kind of project your market or like forecast it. And if you don't think people are really going to play this, why make an MMO instead of just kind of a solid fishing experience in like a single player sense, where they add some maybe like, AI things in there that are like, they're out there fishing while you are too. So you kind of feel part of the world.
So
I don't think
buy stuff.
Yeah. It definitely didn't feel like an MMO, like you were saying. When you undock or whatever, they just drop you in the middle of a lake. It's not like you're driving out from the dock. You're not pulling up to a dock to shop. You're not clicking on it. Like, you're clicking menus to go shopping and stuff. So you feel, like, very detached from the world instead of inside of it. And I think
you pretty much are the boat. You are the boat. There's no roaming around the boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It would be really nice to, like, walk back to the steering wheel of the boat and like man the helm and then go out and fish. That'd be perfect for this. And I think the arcade nature of the game just felt very stale, very fast. You're just holding the left mouse button down to reel in fish, and then like you're flinging your mouse real quick to kind of do a yank on the rod. Sorry to say it that way. To get the fish like weak. Like I don't know. I wasn't a fan of pretty much anything in this game besides the idea of what it could be if a good developer like approached it. So final thoughts, Monica. How do you feel coming out of the world of fishing?
If we had spent any amount of money on this, over $5, I would be booing it. But it's free. So I have a really, really hard time saying that, it's a thumbs down when it's free. I'm hoping that the developers of this game were just waiting for us to review it so that we could bring more viewers in tomorrow and we could harass all of the community in chat. Because I just kept telling people in chat that they sucked at fishing, and no one was responding to me. I was like, Thadiel sucks.
Really sucks here.
You would say like a dozen things, and no one would ever respond to you.
I was like, "You guys shark yet? I caught
Oh, man.
COT. I caught a fish. You caught one yet?" And like. No one would fucking talk to me. I mean, obviously, I wasn't coming off as like, but I want to go back strictly to get to know these individuals better because I will not be ignored. Okay.
I will not be ignored.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I feel like this isn't a game that you're going to invest an incredible amount of your life in. Mm-hmm. You're not going to feel like a winner from it, but it is fun enough and there are enough people on it ignoring you that you can entertain yourself for at least a few hours. So I'm going to go ahead and say thumbs up. It's free to play. Like, what the heck?
Sure. What about you, Josh?
As much as I loved it, man, I don't know. It's hard to really recommend it to anyone. It's free if you want to enjoy some 2005 arcade fishing. Go ahead, give it a try. It doesn't take up much disk space. You may not find anyone on the line to play, but you guys can let us know. We might play it with you. So I'll give it a thumbs up. A cautious thumbs up. It's not. Sure. It's not a.
What does that mean? Can you do a cautious thumbs up for us?
It's not the best of games, but it's not terrible. It's just dated and there's not a lot of action. It's fishing though, so that's the point. I had a good time, casual time, kind of relaxing time, just fishing away.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just give it a big thumbs down. I know it's free to play, but my time is worth money. Trying to play this game all week. I'm kind of a big deal. I got a lot of things going on, but just like trying to like play this game throughout the week so we do a review. I found myself struggling to even like boot it up. I was just sitting there like, why would I want to do this? Like, I have a lot of other games I'd rather go and play right now, and I went to play it only to review it, and I kept playing it only to finish my review so I'd have complete thoughts about it. This game is not good at all. I don't stop tarnishing the gaming market. The things we do here in gaming, we make things that are important and mean stuff to people, and then developers shit out games like this to try and grab a buck because they got nothing else to do with their fucking time except waste.
You're too hard. You're way too hard. I think you're wrong, sir.